Gibby, we're on camera.
Good. Good.
Welcome, folks, to this stream.
Give me
We're still getting used to this new system, and
Give me a kiss.
you know,
Give me a kiss, Brad face. I love you. Okay. All right, I'm here. I'm ready for the show. I'm here to do it.
that's
Okay.
right.
Okay. All right. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
This is it. Let me see. This is the one.
Oh shit! All right. Let me make
No,
sure. all my
that's
levels are
not
good.
the one. All right, not bothering.
Wow.
Fuck it.
Yep. So you're good. La-di-da-di-da-di. We like to party.
We like to party.
Okay. So apparently I got to talk like this. Hopefully there's not a double shot. Nope. So far we're good on Twitch. Let me check Kick real quick. Yep. And we're good on that front too.
Wonderful.
Woo! And then I got one last front I got to check with this.
And we're still rolling, folks. Don't
Yep.
worry about it. We're just checking levels. We're
We're
still
good.
getting used to this system, so you know.
Woo! Yeah. And,
Huh?
and Podcast Daddy is I did my job. I earned my bread this week. I earned my pay since Dead Man said that I can't get paid in monetary value anymore. I only get paid in little pieces of shrimp. And he said, you're only getting one. But if you can figure out how to multi-stream to 2 more accounts, you can get 2. So I took that as a personal challenge.
Nobody tell him that it's the radioactive shrimp from Walmart. What's up, Mustard?
Did you see that? Somebody took a video, killed the radio star, and made a song
Yeah.
about radioactive shrimp. I think I sent that to you, actually.
I'm pretty sure you did, though. Like, let's see if this will finally work. Hold on.
VT Network is live, boys. Ladies and gentlemen of all ages, we are live on a Sunday evening. Are you ready? Are you prepared? Yell at me by the end of this.
I'm not gonna lie. The amount of work I put into that is ridiculous.
Yeah. Just like the lead singer of any band. Dead Man takes all the credit, but behind the works is just like, oh yeah, Gibby can do it all. Yeah, Gibby can do it all, but you know,
Gibby is handling all the technical stuff. I'm handling the creative aspect. All right, call me Steve Jobs in this bitch.
Yeah.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of VT Network. I'm your host, Dead Man. With me is Gibby, and all are welcome here. We're going to be talking about fucking media literacy today. And, you know, sometimes when media hits, what's up, Lemon Grab? Welcome. Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. All right. Sometimes when something hits the screen, or like a movie comes out or a show comes out, a lot of folks miss the fucking point. And we're going to be talking about some of those points today because, honestly, something came up with, funnily enough, Creature Commandos. And one of the main characters of that being G.I. Robot. And we're gonna start there, but there are some other really, really interesting examples of media literacy that just has not landed. Now, I want to preface this for anybody watching that we are not a political show. We don't do politics.
I don't give a fuck about politics. I'll put it this way: may not be a political show. You bring it up, I don't care. I don't care what your
We don't do
politics are.
politics.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. That's not my beef.
What we're going to do is we're going to discuss some aspects of things that do have politics involved in one form or another. But mind you that we're going to be talking about the media and not the politics. This is something that you guys have to separate, okay? For instance, when VT Network back in the day, when we roasted the movie God's Not Dead, We were not roasting the religious aspects of the movie. We were roasting the terrible acting, the over the top fucking reactions that some of these characters had, and truth be told, it became ridiculous at some points. So we were never actually discussing the religious aspects of the movie, just the ridiculousness of some of the scenes. Uh, like when
Hit by
the
a car. I see God. Like, come the fuck on, bro.
yeah,
Really?
like they literally let a guy die, and they're like, "We did great today."
We accomplished so much in the field of Christ. You're like, why? Hold on, this whole movie. So you're telling me this whole movie we were cool with, being like, I don't believe in no God. God ain't for me. So like, all right, yeah, I understand it. I get it. Then at the end, get smoked by a fucking vehicle. And if you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna spoiler alert this. That's your own problem. Gets smoked by a car, and in his last 5 seconds of being on the mortal plane, he goes, God, boom.
Dead.
Finishes with what's that band? The Newsboys.
Yeah, the Newsboys. I think.
Yeah,
it is,
yeah. The band that does my God, they sing "My God's Not Dead, He's truly alive."
Truly alive. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those things. Yeah, some of those Christian movies. I think the most fun I had watching one of those Christian movies had to be when we were doing. What was it? It was the Saw. It was the Christian Saw that
The
we were
Christian
watching.
Saw one, yeah, that one was so
That-
stupid. And once again,
one
mind
was
you, we're not roasting the religious aspects. These movies are written so fucking terribly, and with so much misinformation in them. We were making fun of the aspect. Like, no, go ahead, talk about the Saw one, because that one had me. We had to get drunk. We literally we had to get drunk to watch
was
to
hydrated.
finish this movie.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I'm gonna come into this sober. I'm gonna be okay. I got maybe 10 minutes into that, and I was like, hold on, I got gummies somewhere. I'm gonna pop 2 of them, and I'll join you right back, because there ain't no way I'm watching. I mean, let's put it this way. So when we would watch a movie like that, we would go in it with criticism the same way as we would say criticize The Room.
Yep.
We don't criticize it for its ideals. We criticize it for what kind of movie it is. Now I know that's a wild jump, but like it's the same effect. I still love that Kung Fu movie. We Dick Punched the movie.
Yeah. That one was so fucking good.
It was funny. Every time it was like, boom, Dick Punch, boom,
Dick Punch.
Dick Punch. You're like, what is this called? Fist of the Dragon? Okay, we'll call it Fist of the Cock, because holy
Fucking
shit,
Dick Punched the movie. It was so fucking funny.
that was great. It was beautiful. I loved it.
We were never big, but we had a Patreon. We love doing movie roasts and stuff like that. We might bring it back in some aspect or another, but for right now, it's very difficult for some folks. Such a guy thing to like. We didn't like it, Wanda. Welcome to the show. We were literally roasting the idea that there was nothing in this movie, but every time there was a fight scene, somebody got punched in the dick.
Every time.
Like, every time.
Didn't matter what the fight scene was. And the thing was, is like, it wasn't a male dominated movie.
No.
Like, it wasn't a predominantly male movie. There were female fighters in there, but no matter what, they still went straight for the dick, right?
Somebody got punched in the dick.
Somebody. It was just that director had a goal, and he said it, and he accomplished it. So
he nailed it. I want to get so many people punched in the dick in this movie. And so many people got punched in the dick.
Guys look at the script like, okay, I get a fight scene, like it. Okay, we're at the end, and I counted because this didn't make sense. There's 36 dick punches
in this scene. In this scene, not the whole movie. This scene.
Not the one at 37. Who took out the extra one? I had 37 in that scene. Which one of you rewrote my script? Like, that's how I seen it, and it's great. I love old kung fu movies. I love kung fu movies because they are just so cheesy. And if I ever get the chance, at this point, like, the cool thing, well, quote unquote, over on Kick is you can do watch parties. So I was
kidding.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe like a Kick exclusive stream, we could watch some of them kung fu movies.
Oh, definitely. We'll watch an old Jackie Chan, throw on an old Shaw Brothers movie. I'm down.
Or
Never
Godzilla.
been,
Shit, I'll watch this
yeah,
Godzilla
never
any
been
day.
punched in the Richard. Trust me, Wanda, you're not missing out. Getting back to the topic at hand, though, media literacy has been something that has been greatly lacking recently, and I think GI Robot has been the perfect example of this. Now, to give a little context, Creature Commandos is a lot is like kind of like an offshoot of the Suicide Squad, right? And they're
Okay.
just all metahumans. And one of them is a robot, literally a semi-sentient robot called GI Robot, invented during World War II, whose sole purpose is to kill
Oh,
Nazis.
this
Find
guy.
Nazis, kill
Oh,
Nazis. That's it. This guy's entire existence. If he doesn't, and the thing is he won't suspect you of being a Nazi. He will confirm that the target he is killing is a Nazi. Like it is that. Like this is what it is. It isn't a question. It isn't a wonder. Like it is confirmed, and then the robot takes action. So there's this scene in Creature Commandos where he gets picked up and bought like as an antiquated piece of military hardware, and gets taken. You know, the guy that bought him thinks that he can reprogram GI Robot
huh.
to fight on their side, and these guys are neo Nazis. So he takes GI Robot to this neo-Nazi convention, thinking he can reprogram him. And in the middle of it, I'm sure you guys, if you guys have TikTok, you've heard the audio where you hear the robot looks directly down the barrel of the camera and goes, "Oh boy, Nazis," and then proceeds to murder everybody in the room. Now, the reason this is being brought up is because um, a while ago there was somebody that made a social media post that said that they're likening or that the entire existence of GI Robot is based off of Don Quixote, the man from La Mancha. In other words, fighting windmills, thinking they're big monsters. You know what I mean? Projecting what he wants to see as an enemy onto this invalid thing, or a mobile thing, and that they said that GI Robot is mentally disturbed and he is unwell and so on and so forth, giving all these reasons that GI Robot is going to kill these people that are just expressing an ideology or something like that. And the thing is that the internet dogpiled this guy. I've been watching this dude's entire premise be torn to shreds, and the original poster saying that GI Robot is Don Quixote,
Oh,
said that modern day people are lacking in media literacy.
oh, fuck yeah, they are. What do you mean? I've been watching people argue over One Piece for the last 2 weeks. What do you mean?
Yeah. But the thing is that he was arguing it in his favor and not in general. He was saying that people who like GI Robot are media literate to the fact that he's Don Quixote, and everybody dogpiled this guy. First of all, GI Robot is a robot. He's not sentient. He's not a soldier. He's a robot. He is programmed to do robot things. The idea that this guy is trying to diagnose him with PTSD and mental illnesses and all this other crazy shit just went over the dude's head that the guy's a robot. Hooray for
Yeah,
the
he,
Tin Man
yeah, he was made with a purpose. Like
and that
you
one
can call him
purpose.
P. Yeah, num. I want to say this. I watched like 2 episodes. That was it. That's all I got into it. I wasn't a fan. Wasn't a huge fan of it. Didn't watch anything further than
Yeah.
2 episodes. But like I don't recall at any point him having some sort of any piece of human anatomy put into
Yeah.
him.
No, it wasn't.
Like
He's
no
a robot.
brain or any. Yeah, so there's no way that I'm sorry, but there's no way you can get PTSD if you don't have a brain to have PTSD for. Yeah,
he's a
that's
robot.
robot. It's amazing. It's amazing how like big pictures people miss out on because context clues just don't fucking exist.
And
They
mind
do
you,
exist.
They do. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
context clues do exist, but people just read right past them.
And mind you, I want you guys to know that in this, and the only reason I'm not playing it right now is because honestly, I'm not quite sure what YouTube's current restrictions are on playing like clips
lot.
and stuff like that. So
A lot.
I'm bypassing it. But he's walking through this convention, this neo-Nazi convention, and he starts spotting signs, certain signs that we all very much recognize are the telltale signs of neo-Nazis. And he's suspicious, but he doesn't act on it. It's not until the main guy stands on the stage, announces what the club name is, pulls back a curtain, and there's a giant fucking swastika behind him, therefore confirming G.I. Robot's suspicion.
Oh my.
And he proceeds to murder the shit out of all these people. Not because they're expressing an ideology, but because he's programmed to do one thing: kill
Program.
Nazis.
I'm here for one thing and one thing only: kill Nazis.
Here to kill Nazis. I want, what was it? 100 Nazi scalps.
I only took out 40 men. They took my shins.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And so far, some other people have jumped on this I guess idea
Bandwagon.
that bandwagon. Thank you. That GI Robot is Don Quixote seeing enemies where there are none.
What is that? I guess I don't know what you keep referring to as Don Quixote. I don't know
Just
what that is.
the man from La Mancha. That's all you gotta type in. I'm sending it to you. Hold on.
No fucking idea what that is either, Bob. Like,
There you go.
you okay? The man. Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna look that up because I, unfortunately, am not as old as Mr. Deadman here. So my movie knowledge is.
That's a book. I think it was made into a couple of movies, but but the concept behind Don Quixote is that somebody sees enemies where there are none, or he's making something into an enemy. He goes and battles windmills, thinking that they're dragons. So while Gibby catches up, the thing is that somebody said that because this guy's reading this weird take onto GI Robot, this Don Quixote take, that the guy himself lacks media literacy. Because anybody who is who can read the subtext, who can read between the lines, can see that GI Robot is just a robot programmed to do one fucking thing, and that the entire scene was to show that when you can't humanize a robot, you can't change his ideals on something, or, change his mind about something, because he's a fucking robot. And this Don Quixote thing of seeing enemies where there are none is also lost on this guy because, it's confirmed what they are, and therefore he does what he's programmed to do. Now, the reason I say this has been a problem lately is because this is not the first time media literacy has failed the general public. And what I mean by that is something that you're going to be able to jump on real quick.
Woohoo!
Homelander. Yep, see? Told you guys.
I'm gonna need 5.
Oh, hey, Danny. I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Welcome, Danny. We are talking about media literacy. My writing partner here from Dark Charm Media. Be sure to check out Dark Charm Media, by the way, if you're listening to us. Pull up whatever podcast app you have.
Okay. Homelander. Oh, I have never witnessed a bigger fucking whiff in acknowledging that somebody is a bad guy. Now, obviously, you have. I have, but we're gonna skip past it.
I know what you're talking about.
I've never seen a bigger whiff of people not understanding that he is not a good person. He's not a good guy. I know a lot of people are like, oh well, he's the runner of this version's Justice League, and it's like he killed a whole airplane full of people because they knew a secret. Fucking let them burn.
Yep.
Lasered someone in half, and you're gonna look at me and tell me he's a good guy? What about Black Noir? The way he fucked up Black Noir.
Yep.
And you're gonna look at me and tell me he's a good guy? And it's not even watching the show, because the show, unfortunately, we're dealing with a bunch of holier than thou intellectuals, as I want to call them, because they will sit there and pick that show to the motherfucking bit and talk about how Homelander is this, Homelander is that, and then you're like, okay, well, in the comic, like they put it blatantly, like this motherfucker ain't good, like he ain't a good person. They tell you flat out like he is a demon in sheep's. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, is what he is. They're like, oh well, that's not how it is in the show. Well, you know what? We want to go show to comic. Let's go show to comic, because I am so sick of these bad guys, and I understand it. I get it. We don't have a lot of bad guys nowadays that are genuinely bad guys.
One of the reasons I love Negan so much.
Yes, we don't have a lot of bad guys. We have people that do bad things but get put in the light of trying to humanize them. We no longer have bad guys that do evil shit and being like, yeah, I did that. Yeah, I'm an evil person. Yeah, I'm terrible. Like I'm not going to try and justify what I did. I did it because I love to kill people. We no longer have those villains. We have villains that were like, I was such a sad boy in my early years. I got picked on because of my big nose and my big ears. This is why I'm such an asshole to people. I can't ever get far in life. So now I must take it out on everybody. No, shut up. Give me a bad guy. Give me an evil guy. So we can stop getting people like this that want to think, oh, he's good. He just does a couple fucked up things. Oh, he lasered people? Well, that's not bad.
Yeah,
oh, he killed one of the good guys?
Books.
That's not bad. Really, not that bad. Not that bad. Okay. I'm going to get a fucking aneurysm doing this. Because it's always coming down to the bad guy's thought process. And it's the same thing as, what is it? It's the same thing as like I told you, I've been rewatching Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to the very end. And of course, I'm gonna out myself here. I did not finish Attack on Titan. I got to the last season and I was like, okay, all right, I'm good. I'm done. I can't do this. I finished it. And I seen a lot of people say, well, who was worse, Griffith or Eren? And I'm like, I think Griffith is top tier evil. And they're like, well, yeah.
People are making that comparison.
When the rumbling happened, when the official series was done, kaput, like fully ended, people started making the thing, who was worse, Griffith or Eren? And I'm like,
Griffith,
obviously. And all the comments were like, well, yeah, but Eren caused the whole downfall of a civilization. I'm like, that motherfucker was for revenge. That was not like he did it because it was a Tuesday afternoon. Bernard and whatever the other fucking guy's name is.
Eren did nothing wrong. All right, there, Thanos.
Okay. Oh, I wouldn't.
Mustard.
I would say he did nothing wrong. But I'm saying if you compare potatoes and oranges, I'm gonna go with the potato here, because it's like he said, I am the same as you, so I'm gonna do what you were trying to do, but accomplish it.
Yeah.
So it's revenge, because if you think about it, if they didn't come and fuck with the walls, he probably wouldn't have done anything.
No.
He lived a boring life.
Yeah.
Oh, I will agree. Well, Mustard is here. Let me get this out real quick. Mustard, the Demon Slayer movie is dope. I watched it. Free
my boy Eren. He didn't do nothing.
Free the head. Free the head that's currently buried under a tree.
Well,
in the rebuilt wall. Yeah, free the head. Okay, so anyway, sorry, that was just
go ahead.
That's something I had to get off my chest.
Griffith? They're trying to compare to Griffith?
That was the most wildest comparison I have ever seen, and I'm like, those are two totally different aspects, because you had one person who did it out of revenge. You had another person who built such a strong connection with all of his team members and his fellow crewmates, and then just sacrificed him. Yep, here you go. Take him. Have him.
Told you the movie was gonna smack like a teenager's geek bar.
It was good. It was a good movie, I will admit. But this movie made me forget that I have a very soft spot for villains that are very happy, that will say some fucked up things, but are very happy while doing it. It's the very first fight against Hashira. Yeah,
I haven't seen the movie. So
I'm not gonna spoil it. But like the very first fight with a Hashira, the way the villain presents himself, I forgot how much I love. Like I'm gonna murder you. Thank you for doing your best. And it's like,
You know who that
Fuck
reminds
him.
me of?
Ooh,
Since I don't have a frame of reference for this one, the comedian from Watchmen.
yes, yes.
Another really good example of you have to have media literacy to understand that this character is not a good person. He's an evil motherfucker. He's a piece of shit in the worst way. And we love the character. Why? Because he is a commentary on so many things that is wrong with the world of the Watchmen. And so when he does evil things, he does it with a smile. He does it laughing. He points out the hypocrisy of other heroes, including the perfect Mr. Manhattan. And that whole villain, just for being a villain's sake, his name is Dolma.
Yes, him. Thank you.
That reminds me of, fucking the comedian. And, Rorschach is another perfect example in that world, but the comedian is the perfect example of a bad guy doing bad things being lauded for being a hero.
That's always a weird trope to me, is like people doing evil things but still getting praised for it. And I think that's another area where media literacy has fallen. Because when I told you I was reading Blood Meridian,
Yeah.
I read that, and of course I decided to see Curse on Me. I fucked up. I went and looked at Twitter posts. I looked at TikTok videos of people talking about Blood Meridian. They're like, "Oh, the judge has his points." I'm like, the judge is a piece of shit. The
Yep.
judge does some terrible things. What do you mean? Why are you justifying this? Why are we trying to say that he's a good person? At the end of the book, they straight up say, like, he was in the boat they were in. He had 2 children in his room with him, and I'm like,
Hello.
oh, we're gonna justify that. We're gonna be like, oh well.
And just this idea of media literacy being just completely like so many people are just missing the point of so many characters. And I think it's really hilarious because you and I love some characters that are absolute pieces of shit, and we
Oh,
love
yes.
them for it.
Oh,
uh
Cassidy from Preacher.
I
He
was
is an
literally
ant-
about to say fucking Jesse from Preacher,
Jes-
the main
Yep,
character, is
Jesse
such
and
a
Cassidy.
horrendous piece of shit,
Yep,
and
they are
we
both pieces
love
of
him
shit.
for it. Yeah.
And I will reread Preacher once a year until I am dead, because I think those 2 are written so well. And
They
they
are.
like, people don't try and hide that they're pieces of shit. Even Jesse is like, I know what I've done. That's why I'm a preacher. I'm trying to atone for all the sins that I've done. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm going to try.
Vader, ultimate POS man crush for me. I love that. Vader is another celebrated villain, but we all know that he's a villain. There's never been any kind of like compunction,
Redemption.
or well, he got his redemption, but I mean, there's never been some kind of compunction that Vader is this okay guy. No, he's a bad guy, and we like a good bad guy. All right.
Darth Vader is an asshole with breathing problems.
Yeah. Right. Um. But Jesse from Preacher is another piece of shit. He's a wild piece of shit. We love him for it. But,
Oh, yeah.
he's another piece of shit. But the thing is that they don't hide that he's a piece of shit. They don't try to dress him up as a hero, because he's not a hero. He's a piece of shit that happens to do some good things in his world. I mean, you look at almost any Neil Gaiman book or comic, and it's the same thing. One of my favorite stories, of course, being Sandman, the sigil that
I couldn't roll my eyes hard enough at that guy. I could not roll my eyes. Am I thinking of the right? He wrote The Boys too, right?
Who?
Neil Gaiman.
No, he did not. Boys
Oh,
was written
okay.
by somebody else completely different who hated superheroes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. You got me on a Boys kick, and now I'm just thinking about everything I read compared to what I watched, and I'm like, this is annoying.
Nah, and he just said, "Fuck it." What I just did one day.
Or another one, Omni Man.
Omni-Man
People tried justifying what Omni Man did, and it's like,
no
what are
justifying
we?
it.
I
And,
now
I, and
I,
I think what's really funny is that we have Invincible that came out before Walking Dead, and I think Kirkman realized that he wrote Omni-Man a little too subtly, So when he started writing villains for The Walking Dead, they were villains
They
in the
were
comic
pieces of
books.
shit.
In the comic books, the governor's the one that cuts off Rick's hand and does do unspeakable things to Michonne. In the comic books,
Oh, fuck, I forgot about
Negan
that.
is almost a 1-to-1 translation from the comics, which is one
They
of the
they did Negan. They did Negan spot on. They didn't fuck around with Negan. They made
No.
sure they did him. That now, I didn't watch past where they got into Negan because I know they did the Omegas
the
afterwards.
Whisperers.
Yeah, the Whisper. Thank you, the Whisperers. Oh, the lead guy is called the Omega. That's why.
She's the
Where
alpha.
they-
Yeah.
Yeah, Alpha and Omega. It's the same.
I
You
get
know
it,
what
I
I'm
get it, I
talking.
get it, I
You
get
know
it,
what
yeah.
I'm talking about.
I'm not. I'm just correcting you, not making fun of you.
So like they would put on the zombie skin and go around doing that. I didn't know if they did that. I couldn't tell
They
you.
did.
I
They
haven't
just fumbled the bag on it.
Did they? Come on, man. That was
okay. So
was like the coolest
spoilers
thing
for
that
like
happened to Negan.
spoilers for like a 5 or 6 year old fucking episode.
Joe.
The event that happens with the Whispers in the comics, where so many people die, so many important
Yeah.
people die in the comics. In the show, like 2 or 3 semi-important characters die, and not even in the way they're supposed to die. So they fumbled it.
This year, The Walking Dead. I refused to watch it after the prison. After the prison, I refused to watch it. I watched a couple scenes with Negan. I'm like, all right, cool, they nailed this. But after the prison, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do this anymore. I'm all caught up. I got caught up on The Walking Dead. If you have, okay, here's my general rule for spoilers. It's been 2 years, so I'm going to reiterate my point. If it's been 5 years and you haven't read or watched something that has been out for, count my fingers here, folks. They're tattooed and pretty, 5 years. It's your fault if I say spoilers and you're like, well, I didn't watch it. Well, that's a fucking you problem. Because it's been out. There are many ways to watch this. There's many
a ton
ways
of
to
ways to
read
watch
this.
it.
Yeah, so-
And
They killed off one of the most important characters in like the first season, and I thought, hold on, whoa, she is super important when it comes to this like last arc they're doing. Why are we killing her off now? And then I look up, they're like, well, you know, what the fuck is that guy's name that plays the crossbow dude? I'm drawing a blank.
Daryl Dixon, or do you mean
yeah.
Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus. Norman
Yeah.
Reedus was bringing in the big bucks, so we had to make sure he did good. We had to make sure that he survived, but he's not in the fucking.
No, he's not in the comic books. For those of you who are wondering, he's not in the comics.
I could feel a vein in my forehead. I could feel it because it irritates me. I am such a whore when it comes to comics versus shows. Like I'm not super 1-to-1. Okay, if there's some things that are missing, I can work with it. I can get past it. I can move on from it and it not bother my life. I still have the biggest hate boner for Seth Rogen because he fucked out a Preacher. I still have the biggest no. You are not going to hit me with the because you know exactly where I'm going with this.
You can't do the meat lady.
No. The fact that we were so cool with having Jesus Christ's 35th inbred great grandson, we were cool showing that on national TV. But the moment we wanted to bring it, let me explain. Another one, having a man with an asshole for a face, hanging out with Hitler. We were cool with that, dope with that, cool with that, totally fine. Nobody batted an eye. But the moment we wanted to show a man fucking a 50-foot giant meat lady, all the daughter, we can't show that. We can't show that. We can't do that. But we can show Hitler with a man with an ass face. That's fine. That's cool.
I think.
I can feel my heart
you're not
beating fast.
wrong. You're not wrong. Like that. Like I want to tell you're wrong, or like find some kind of like, explanation for it, but I can't. I have nothing because the truth be told, the meat lady was this weird thing in the comics, and it was actually like a large part of that first arc. And kind of drove Jackie Earl Haley's character to do the things that he did. So them bypassing it completely was an absolute fumble. However, I can't. I want to say that he's more than since made up with it with Invincible, especially giving Kirkman the ability to correct some
Yeah.
tropes that he put into the comic book that he wanted to fix for the show.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just saying, I kind of wish I didn't bring up Omni Man because this one I can't really talk about because it's still kind of newish show wise. I know there's people that are like die hard about this.
Hmm.
The Omni Man, he gets a lick. He gets a lick. That's all I'm gonna say. Like that's
Well,
really where I can stop it.
here's why I say he made up for it, and we're going to go back to the media literacy, folks. Don't worry. Here's why I say he made up for it, and it's the death of the Guardians. In the comic book, it is what I think 6 pages maximum.
Yeah, it's not long.
That's it. It's over in an instant in the comic books, and so Kirkman went with Seth Rogen and made the entire thing play out in time, which was like I think it was like a 9-minute fight, and
Yeah.
for a 20. Okay, beat down for
Oh.
a 25-minute episode. Like that's a lot. That is
That's
a
a lot
lot
of-
for,
that's
to
a lot of
watch
time.
this guy slaughter other superheroes, and it was much, and they let him do it. And I think that's where I began to forgive Kirkman, was that scene, because in the comic books, so much of their deaths are kind of implied. There's a couple of gory ones, you know what I mean, but they're very much implied, like
Oh, yeah.
the red Flash, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, no, they showed that one. They
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you seen that one. Or
So
another term of media literacy in Invincible, and I don't want this to be in the entire Invincible stroke off show,
No, of
but
course
another one that me and you talked about when season 2 came out. Yeah, season 2 came out at the end when Mark gets teleported to a different dimension with the big headed guy, and he just starts beating the shit out of him like nothing. And we were talking about this, and he's like, "You weren't strong enough. I thought you were stronger," and he
yeah,
just
he
keeps
kills him and
repeating
says,
that.
I thought you were
Keeps re-
stronger.
Yeah, he keeps repeating that as he's beating the shit out of him. And I was like, okay, I mean, it's a guy who could teleport. How strong did you think? And you're like, no, that's not what he means. It's a double-edged sword with that one. Because he was saying, I thought you were stronger. I was like, okay. And he said, but Mark always said that he wouldn't do what Omni-Man did. He was going to be stronger than his father in the aspect that he wouldn't just kill random people. And you're like, no, that's what he means. You thought you were stronger than this, but really you're on the same vein.
Yeah.
Unless I'm completely
No, you got it right. You got it right.
misinterpreting that. Yeah, but I it's moments like that. I really appreciate comic book artists and even writers when they can give us moments where where you got to think about it. Like I don't want to sound like I can't say the words, but like I don't want to sound like a
Pretentious.
yeah, I don't want to sound pretentious when I say that, but I like when I have to think about something because it makes me appreciate the art form just a little smidgen more.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
mean,
lot, like a lot more.
I mean,
And
like,
that-
like one of the another one of these shows that like everybody like just loves and I can't stand is Hannibal. You know, it's in the same vein as Dexter, and I
Oh,
know
I-
these people are like, I love these shows and I love these shows, and I'm just like sitting here going like, why?
this could have been a movie.
It's not even that. It's I read the books. I read the books that Hannibal is based off of. I've read The Red Dragon. I've read Silence of the Lambs. I've read Hannibal, and I've read the Evening with Mr. Core. And the thing is that they're getting these wild ass stories about this character Hannibal Lecter, and just running off with him. He's this weird guy that does murders, and it's fun.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, buddy.
Okay. Why the fuck are we here? What? Same thing with Dexter. Lofus, you know, my hetero life mate, that he tried to get me to Dexter, and it was preposterous to me, and I could not latch onto it. And I'm not saying that anybody that likes these shows is wrong, because you are well within your right to love these shows. I'm saying that I myself personally could not get into them, and I think it has to do a lot with my idea of this media literacy thing that's been presented by so many ways, and this dark romance surge that's been going on for the last 15 years.
Let the dark romance hate commence.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh,
Let's take some comments. Wanda agrees. Wanda says fan service in regards to Daryl Dixon. Danny says that's why I couldn't get into later episodes or seasons of The Walking Dead. Agreed. Wanda
read it.
says
Read it.
Wanda not simply does murder.
Now,
And,
I will say this: since hold on, give me one second. Deadman is not. Deadman is very nice on the show. He likes to be, you know, hey, I don't want to shit you. I will. If you watch Dexter, you're a fucking loser.
Danny
Sorry,
says,
I had to say that.
It's okay. Danny says it's Juice, but less interesting, far less interesting. At least Juice is complex and has emotions and fun. But getting back to media literacy, this weird rise of dark romance and yeah, he's evil, but I can fix him type shit. I'm not into it. I'm not into it at all. I got recommended a book recently.
Yeah, I don't know why we've been doing that lately. The I can fix him thing. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
And it's also, I'm going to shit on one of your favorite things here. My Hero Academia. They did a lot of that. They did a whole lot of I can fix this person.
I can fix him, yeah.
And they did that with what's his Burn Face.
Yeah. The fucking Ice and Cold, the Ice and Hot guy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Even if I like a piece of media, I am not above criticizing it. I am not above saying what's wrong with it.
You're not a fan if you can't criticize it.
I agree. And My Hero Academia does suffer, especially in later episodes, of this weird media bias towards the hero can do nothing wrong type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
especially when fucking Deku gets all of the
powers.
One for all.
All for one.
He has all for one. Yep. Well,
no, one for all is his power.
Yeah, it confused.
Yeah.
It confused the shit out of me while I was. Yeah, it confused me when I was trying to read it. I was like, wait, hold on. So the one for all is good, but all for what? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. But yeah, they do that. Once Deku gets all of the things, they're like, oh, well, he's going around beating the shit out of people. We're going to stop him? Nah. You could try. You could try and stop him. I'm not. Nope.
My Hero Academia lacked in so many ways. His Wanda. We agree. My Hero Academia started off very, very well, and I really loved the beginning of this series, and it just took a nosedive after the attack on the Academy. I think is where the turning point was for me.
Yeah, last season coming out. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy a Naruto Shippuden ending. I hope you guys are ready for that, because that's what you're getting.
Oh yeah, Wanda is a Naruto stan, so she's looking. And the thing is speaking of which, shout out to Wanda for introducing me to Apothecary Diaries. It's really fun.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's a fun, weird little anime. Never seen it. I'm not a fucking weeb. Yeah, you fucking are. Yeah, you're fucking
mustard. Was that mustard?
That was mustard.
Said the person who went and seen Demon Slayer, the movie. Interesting. Said the weeb.
And just to spend a minute on Naruto, it's still my belief that the Lee family is the most powerful ninjas in that whole fucking thing, and they did not get their credit.
Yeah, because why would they want to give credit to people who didn't have any ninjutsu or Geni or anything? Didn't have anything. Because, I mean, you can't tell me that when they did the Drunken Master thing, where Rock Lee just went out to the field shit-faced and plastered and whooped that ass drunk, you can't tell me that was one of the hardest scenes ever.
I think that's why I stopped watching Naruto, was because they just shit on the Lee family, and I was just like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Dudes and chicks who have no superpowers, essentially is what it is, whatsoever, are hanging with these motherfuckers, are beating these motherfuckers in a lot of cases. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I cannot stand by and let you just shit on this family who, you know what, you brought a demon fucking whatever snake to this fight. Cool. I brought 10. What's up? This is all I got. I got this, and I got what I'm gonna hit you with that I'm standing on. This is what I got in this fight, and you got a fucking demon snake fucking charm thing. I'm gonna beat its ass too, and
I'm
they
squared up.
did, and
I'm
they
squared up and locked
did.
in.
10
Squared up and
toes
locked in.
down.
I didn't. So I have no problem with Naruto. I was a kid when that was on Toonami, so I
Yeah.
watched it. I didn't really care for it, and then I got older, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna give this another shot. I read through Naruto, I read through Shippuden, and I was like, well, that had to be one of the most fuck you endings to a manga I've ever gotten in my life.
What about Baruto? Baruto is one of the apparently got a lot of flack.
Deadban. Okay, why don't you
Ah.
look me in my eyes when I say this?
I'm looking in the eyes.
Okay, so I read Baruto 2 years
Uh-huh.
ago.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that only had 40 chapters. 40
Uh-huh.
chapters were out, and I read them all. I wanted to watch the anime so I could see because I heard it was mostly filler, and I was like, okay, this can't be bad. This can't be terrible. This cannot be. Guy and Kakashi's bromance they had. Yes, that's the same as Gojo and I'm drawing a blank on the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh,
Itadori? Is that what his name is?
Gildor, yeah.
Okay. Back to what I was saying before I got. Okay. So I read all the chapters and I was like, I want to see some of these because some of these fight scenes sounds cool. And I heard there's lots of filler. So I was like, that can't be bad. That has to be like five episodes and we're good. There was 110 episodes from 40 chapters. So I did what any normal person would do. I looked up how much was filler. 85 of it. 85 episodes were filler.
Wow.
And I dropped it. I was like, I don't know how. I don't know how you give me this. You give me such a show that had such a umph behind it and then want to fill all of it with filler. And I thought Sasuke fighting a raptor was a joke. I thought that was just something somebody made up to shit on Sasuke. Or, yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, Sasuke.
Yeah, I thought that was a joke to shit on Sasuke. Like, I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm all for Sasuke shit because he's a crybaby little whine ass. Felt that way. He felt that way from the beginning. I must find my brother. I got friends that love me, but I must find my. Shut up. Go away. Go cry in a corner.
Get the fuck out of here. Doing
Go with
ninja
your
shit.
parents. Go to where your hometown is. Go cry with them. But like I couldn't believe it. And then they tried giving him a revamp in Baruto, and it's like, no, he's still just a crybaby little bitch.
Still just
Oh,
a
man.
bitch.
And it was like, oh, my best friend's son doesn't have a mentor. I will be that mentor, and you don't do a goddamn thing. I guess ain't shit changed, huh? Shippuden was mostly filler, though, to be fair, it appeared to attempt to follow the trend. Yes, but Shippuden also did give us a no, I lied. I thought Shippuden was where we got Jiraiya, but then I forgot we got that in the original series. Oh, yeah, no. Shippuden did me dirty. It spit in my face, smacked me, called me a dirty whore, and sent me away with one cigarette. No gas money.
What, just one cigarette?
Yeah, that's
Had to
how
walk
bad.
to
Yeah,
the bus?
I had to
Ah,
walk.
man.
Yeah, I had to walk to the bus. I had to use my own money for Waffle House. That's how bad it did me.
I think what's really funny is sticking into this whole area. Speaking of Jujutsu Kaisen, Gojo is another one of those characters that a lot of media illiterate people tend to flock to, thinking that he's like some good guy thing. And I think but shifting off of that, pivoting off of that, I also think that's why Chainsaw Man didn't do as good as it should have. Because Chainsaw Man is filled with very complex characters, and not a single one of them is honestly ostensibly good.
No, none of them are good. None of them are good people. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait till we get farther in, because all of these people that are like, oh my God, Mama Makima, I really hope y'all get your fucking Cheerios pissed in. I hope you get your Cheerios full on pissed in, because I will be standing there going, haha, you fucking losers. But there's nobody good in Chainsaw Man. And you would think that
No.
in maybe the second part,
No.
The characters would be better. No, not by a mile shot. There is no good characters in this. Even the main protagonist is not a good person.
Denji.
And Denji admits it almost
Constantly.
constantly. He's like, I'm terrible. I'm awful. Like, I don't deserve any of the good shit that comes my way. And you're like, oh, my
But we have to give it to him because we love him so much. Like, hey, I don't think you remember. Like, he's not a good person. And you know what? Like, and the thing is that when you have a show like that, right, where none of these characters are good, ostensibly good, like spelled out, like you said earlier, spelled out good. I think that these tend not to do so well. And another example of this is the offshoot of the Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, and the emancipation of one Harley Quinn. Oh, he'll be back, folks. Sadly, it's true. No. I mean, yeah. Like, and the thing is I really like Chainsaw Man. I did, and I'm waiting for more to come out. I know everybody would say just read the fucking manga. I don't want to read the fucking manga. I don't want to. It's a show. Fuck that. It's like saying, yeah, you like a movie, read the script. That's how it is for me.
No, that's not how that is.
It is for me.
Don't you
And
dare be like, oh, I don't want to read the
gonna.
manga. Okay, mister, I read all of these books, but I go to watch the movie and they're nothing like each other.
They're
Okay,
not,
so
but I understand
we're going to excuse that from your other favorite type of media, which you know that they fucking extensively cut shit out because they can't animate it, and you're going to say that. Well, go read the script.
Oh, I know.
I will read the script. I will
know.
sit here and read. I will read American Psycho on stream. Play with me like that.
I know. I know. It's very hypocritical of me, but I like. Okay, in fairness, I like when an anime does its best to capture the feeling of the original manga, and also the idea that there is some things that you can do in manga that you can't do in anime, and vice versa. And for instance, I think we can both agree that Demon Slayer on screen is much better than on page.
You get to see the breathing styles. You get to actually see them in their fullness when it comes to the fights. That is 100%. I will agree with that wholeheartedly.
But,
I mean, that's half the reason we won't ever get a faithful Berserk adaptation.
Yeah,
that is the exact reason we won't ever get a faithful one, because I see, and this is going to sound cheesy. Excuse me. I seen a post on Twitter that said the reason that we will never get a faithful adaptation is because I don't think any company will be able to capture the feeling that it gives you when you're reading it. Because reading it always fills you with a sense of dread. But when I watched it, I was like,
it's a very bleak story.
It's not a fun one.
And I like sad stories and I like bleak stories, but motherfucker, it's like Cyberpunk in a way. Give me just one ray of sunshine, just one. You can let it rain the rest of the fucking time, but just give me just one ray of sunshine. I don't care. Turn the lights back out, but just one. And Berserk does none of that. They let you peek the curtain just a little bit, and that's it. That's all you get. And that's Berserk in a nutshell. But
I hope you enjoyed that little bit of light, because that's the last you're gonna.
That's it. That's all you got. But getting back to it, the Birds of Prey and the emancipation of one Harley Quinn was horribly received, and everybody blamed being woke about it, and everybody blamed, it's because it's a bunch of women-led movies, and I watched it and I was like, it's because nobody's a good guy. Everybody in this movie is a piece of shit. This movie is about villains versus other villains.
Nobody's supposed to be good here.
Yeah, there is no delineation. There is no a line drawn in the sand about who is good and who is bad. They're all bad. They're all bad. And I also was told but even the guy that like rents Harley Quinn her apartment. Yes, dude, it's Gotham. Everyone's a piece of shit in Gotham.
Everybody, Gotham ain't a good place, and it's been stated. It's not even like
terrible.
It's not even like in that specifically. Like, it's not like, oh, this iteration made it look good. No, nobody's ever made Gotham look like Metropolis.
Yeah, Metropolis is so much better, but I mean, like, it gets attacked by metahumans all the time. But
Well,
whatever. But like, I
metahumans
think,
are a whole town full or a whole city
Yeah,
full of
yeah.
villains. Which one you rather
I'm gonna take
rent
the
an
villains.
apartment in?
I'm gonna take the villains. I'm gonna take the villains. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think there's doomsday insurance.
I don't think I would walk out and be okay seeing God in a cape flying above me with laser vision. I think I just go back the fuck inside. That's it. Like, I walk out and I'm gonna be like on the phone, like, okay, Gibby, we're gonna do that. You know what? We ain't doing shit today. Fuck this. I just saw God. Religious? No, I know. I mean, he's right there. I can. If he comes just a few more inches, I could touch his shoe. Anyway.
It's like those videos I sent you of the guy that interviewing
yeah.
criminals about. And
I love that guy.
The dude's like, I was walking outside and Lenny got hit by a minivan. I'm like, fuck, you're not wrong. That's what happens. There has to be insurance companies in those places that are like, do you want Superman insurance? No.
No.
You sure you don't want Superman
You should
insurance?
think about Superman insurance. You should think
You
about
want-
meta insurance.
You want meta-human insurance? No. You really don't give a fuck about your stuff, do you?
Like, but and the thing is I encourage everybody now that we're a few years out and media literacy is now being really looked at over, to go back and watch Birds of Prey. Honestly, it's not that bad a movie, and you also have to remember that when you're watching Birds of Prey, keep in mind that no one is good. There are no good guys in that movie, none whatsoever. There are no good guys. All the cops are corrupt in Gotham. They're all villains, villainesses, whatever you want to call them. They're all bad. All of them are bad. And try to watch it through that lens with that idea in the back of your head. Now, going back to Sunshine, I did ask you to watch a series. You want to tell everybody what that series was?
So last week I told Dead Man straight up I didn't watch Cyberpunk. It's not because I didn't like it. It's not because I didn't enjoy the series. I'm just not a huge fan of that setting in any story. I think Cyberpunk is weird, but it's growing on me. I keep getting in for anybody who says AI. Blah, blah, blah. I keep getting these cool AI videos of like a guy talking about filling people full of electronics and stuff. I think those are fucking dope, and it's just a dude making prompts. But it's this big British guy. It's like, you got something to bring in, I'll fill you with electricity. I'm like, yeah, you're goddamn right, you will. So Deadman was like, hey, well, why don't you watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners? I was going to watch it this week, but unfortunately, life happened, so I wasn't able to watch the full series. But I got through the first 2 episodes. I was extremely happy with what I watched. It was not something I went in with low expectations, because I played Cyberpunk and I was not impressed but not disappointed. I was like, it's a game. It's a game by CD Projekt Red, so I expected it. But actually watching the show was cool. I sent Deadman 2 pages of notes from my phone.
Yep.
The first, I love the animation. I told Deadman it looks like Cowboy Bebop on meth, or Cowboy Bebop on acid. One of those 2.
On acid, yeah.
Yep, Cowboy Bebop on acid, because that's all I could see right there is just Spike with a little bit more color added to it.
Well,
like a lot more, yeah, with a lot more neon added to it. And they really did. The student that was picking on David, is that his name, David?
Yeah, David.
Yeah.
David
They made the guy who was picking on David such a dick.
Such a douche.
Such a douche. So when he got his ass handed to him on a silver platter with a side and a biscuit, I was excited. Because it wasn't as simple like, oh, we're going to meet back here and I'm going to have a big showdown. It was, no, everybody's in class. Boom! Kicked that ass out of the chair and just started beating that ass.
Giving him a mollywhopping. So you have the notes. You want to read your notes off?
Yes. Let me pull out my handy dandy smart device here.
Now
I opened up my reminders.
The reason that Cyberpunk does fit into this whole media literacy thing is because you do need a lot of media literacy to understand what's going on in Cyberpunk, because everything in this fucking universe is so fucking nuanced. It's a gray scale of 1,000,000, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Like I said, I'm only 2 episodes in, so I still got 8 more to go.
Yep.
First scene cracks me up because as we open up, it's a cop sitting in a cop car, and then he rolls down the window, so he walks up. He's like, "You want to get shot?" And the guy just boom blows that cop's head off. So my first note was, "Call an ambulance," but not for me. And I love the animation of all of this, especially the slowdown.
Yeah.
The going faster than the rest of them, running behind a whole row of cops and catching them in the back of the head. I was like, that is fucking genius. How they did that was genius, especially not just making it where it's one single frame and the guy is just going faster than the rest of them. No, the entire thing is different colors every time he moves. And they included that when David got that implant too. They still kept it where as he's moving, the colors change with every step, and I thought that was beautiful.
It is.
Next one was yes, Kraby side. This was still all in the first scene. This wasn't even. We're not even past like the first 10 minutes. I put yes, crazy cybernetics. Please give me more, because this guy was pulling out big ass guns from his hands. He had the slow motion, and I mean, dude was sitting there like shooting them. Nothing was killing him. Nothing was taking him out. Then, of course, just done. The next one, which I already said, oh, yeah. So then I put, fuck, that slow motion was fresh. I will stand on it. I thought that was the coolest. I think it's cool. You rarely see slow motion done in a different way than what's normally done. Because we've seen it in The Flash. We've seen it in most stuff where everybody just slows right down and they're just walking at normal speed. Nothing fancy. People just walking, doing their thing. But this showed how the motion was tracked. So I think that's cool. I'm a simple man when it comes to shit like this, and that is very simple.
No, it is very cool because like you said, some just a lot of people treat like speedsters or doing stuff like that. Like it's just here to here with so minimal effort. And in this show, they show the effort that it takes to move at that speed and still keep a course. So it was actually really cool.
That was dope. I'd make a whole seminar about that if I could. And then the next one was art style looks like Cowboy Bebop on acid, which it does. Like I said, the only difference is a lot more neon.
A lot more neon,
which, oh, my eyes. I had to take a break for a second.
It's pretty, though.
It's pretty, but it's bright. Real bright. I bleedingly bright. Next one was popping everyone's system because of some backdoor shit. When they're all sitting in the classroom and they're listening to their teacher, and she's like, okay, everybody log in. Everybody's there in the class, and you just see this big old black thing where David was, and it just shocks the shit out of everybody. Oh, I thought that was funny as hell. I laughed so hard during that.
Hell yeah.
I was like, you straight up were like, I got this handled. It'll work just fine. Nah, obliterate everybody's system. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
This damn, and I thought real world insurance sucked because are we in the vein of spoilers? Are we in the?
It's been out for 2 years.
Okay. So the main premise.
Okay, so here's your warning, folks. If you don't want to hear some spoilers about Cyberpunk Edgerunners, feel free to tune away now. You won't hurt our feelings. If you want to stick around for the discussion, please fucking do. Yeah.
So the whole premise is his mom dies. They're in very, very deep financial struggle. Like rents due, electric due, bills due, baby shark due, everything's due. And he has to break into his apartment, basically. His mom's apartment. Yeah. And they're like, okay, well, here's the bill. And he said, what the fuck? They're like, yeah, this is why most people try to get insurance here, bud. He's like, I can't afford this. So, there's kicked the dick number one. Then the next scene. Oh God, that was an ass whooping. I mean, the first time David and the class bully get into a fight and he just straight beats the shit out of David. I mean, straight hand sandwich with a side of mustard. It was awful. I felt bad. I watched that and I was like, oh man, that was
rough.
That was mean. That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch for me. Then, the next one after I seen that, I was like, dude gets his ass whooped, then his mom dies. Jesus fuck. Like, that's what happened. He got his ass whooped.
It's literally one thing after another, yeah.
Yeah, then he gets a call like, hey, your mom's passed. Come get her ashes. And it's not, I'm not exaggerating by the tone. Like that's exactly how they said it. Hey, Mr. I don't remember the last name. That's
Martinez. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, Mr. Martinez, your mom died. Come get her. Bloop.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
we're gonna-
I'm sorry. Not sorry for your
Yeah.
loss. No,
Yeah,
come
no,
get
it's
your shit.
Yeah. And then the last one before the episode was over was the ass whooping I hope this guy gets, because he just started talking shit about his mom doing
Yeah.
weird things to be able to live in the city, and then that was the end of episode 1. So episode 1 was great. It was a great introduction to the series. It gave you a clear identification of what was happening. You felt bad for the main character, as the point of the whole thing I suppose you're supposed to get is, he got handed a shit hand, and it just keeps getting shittier, progressively
day.
shittier, and
Yeah.
it doesn't stop. It's just call me Mr. Leahy right now, because I'm just seeing the shit storm a coming. Great introduction though. Great introduction to the character. Like you just see, he's trying to at least survive in a world where he knows he doesn't have the upper hand,
Yeah.
but he's still trying to make it last. So now we go to episode 2. This took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting this. Starts off with some dude getting his wiener played with
Yeah.
by three different women, and the main character walks in and he's like, "Hey, can I get something done?" He's like, "Nah, I'm busy. Go away." And I seen the machine, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Okay,
All right.
I'm okay.
Sure.
I would need some therapy after seeing that, but all right. And after that, he's like, "Hey, I want to get chromed up," which I think that's
It's such a
so far.
cool fucking.
No,
way to
it's
say
not.
it.
No, it's not.
I think so.
No, it's
I
not.
think so. I think
Getting-
chum and chromed up. I think those are cool fucking phrases. But
I
whatever.
can do the choomed. I can't do the chromed up. It sounds like a shitty 90s action movie. Time to get chromed up. Come on now.
You're not
Come
wrong.
on now.
You're
Play,
not wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Play with me like that. The next one, I don't remember what this scene was. Death metal and cybernetic enhancement. Oh yeah, because he was getting.
When he's getting this Endevistan put in.
Yep. When he got the implant put into his back, it was just straight up like death metal, and just watching this guy get carved into and trying to just power through it all. And you're like, yes, my boy has finally accepted the fact that we can move further in life by getting electronics implanted in us. Yes. So I have a lot of weird things that I like about this.
Yeah, you have a lot of weird feelings, but this
better.
Cyberpunk brings up weird feelings. Don't feel bad.
So, and then the next one was a simple yes, because that's when David went in and whooped the dog piss out of the guy.
Give him
Just-
a molly whopping.
Oh yeah, they were all, like I said, they were all in class learning, and I think I appreciated this more because when we see, crush that a little louder next time. Put it
Sorry.
right next to the mic.
Sorry.
So, fuck, lost my because
Yeah.
usually when we see people like the main protagonist fight the antagonist of it so far, we
Or the
see him.
bully.
The bully. We see the build up. We see him be like, okay, I'm gonna go fight him. I'm gonna get my redemption. Nah, dude just walked in, boom, kicked his ass out of the chair and just straight, boom, knocked his shit around. And of course, I'm gonna bring it up again because it got my love. My favorite part of this got brought in the fast movement, and it was even better because this guy was just straight like punch in the air, and then David just slowly makes a whole ass circle around him and dinks him in the side of the head, and you're like, fuck that dude. Good. I'm glad you caught that. Glad you caught that to the dome. But then I seen how his back looked, and I was like, man, you got to wash that shit.
Yeah.
You got
Take a shower.
bloody please go take a shower. And then as soon as I put that, they show his ass just full standing in the shower, and you're like, oh, okay.
No,
But
thanks.
but at this point he's having this moment where it's all hitting him. Like,
Yeah.
my mom is gone. I am broke. I have no way to pay bills. I got to figure something out.
And I think once again, going back, bringing the media literacy back into this, is that this story on a very surface level is very cut and dry, right? Like it's just this story about David doing this. When you start looking at the layers of it, right, the media literacy kicks in, and you start to realize that this world that he lives in, that he exists in, Night City, it's a terrible place, and terrible
Awful.
things are happening all the time, and the characters that are involved are also victims of this perpetual situation. And
Victims of the city.
yeah, and like I said, on the surface level, it's easy to just write it off as a, David does this, or this happens here. You start thinking about it, and you're just like, God damn, wait, David's only like 18, 19 years old
Yeah, and
when
he's
this
already
is
got the
taking
shit end of the
place.
stick.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my fucking. Okay. So after this, my next note was, obviously he's having a hard time, so it's kind of showing him in like depressing shots. My next note was, I too like to hang out with guys having seizures, because it just shows David sitting on a stoop, and this guy obviously
In the
tweaking out,
background, yeah.
and I'm just like, so we're just sitting there, right? We're not gonna do anything, gonna let this happen. Okay, all right, yep, we're just gonna let this happen. And they said a phrase that will stick with me, but not because I like it, not because I think it was smart, not because I think it was a funny play on words. We meet a new character. I can't remember her name right now. Dead man, help me out.
Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia. David called this woman a pick socket.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that did not hear me clearly the first time, I didn't say pickpocket. Oh, nay, nay. I said pick socket. Socket, pick socket. I was at a loss for words. I heard that, and I audibly paused it, walked away. Thank God I was by myself. I audibly said, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." That's what they call it, is a pick socket, because all she was doing was taking the chips out of people's necks. But and they combine, and I first thought it was like, all right, that's kind of lame, just being able to magnetize. But the what happened next was what pulled me back in. So her and David make a deal to start working with each other. That's cool. Work together, get some scratch. You do
Yeah.
you. But the fact that she pulled it out and he slowed down time to grab them and then just keep walking like nothing happened, that was the coldest shit I've seen in a animated show in a long ass time. Like, it was so fresh to bring in the idea of being able to magnetize and have somebody slow down time just to walk by, grab it, and then just keep fucking on. Like nothing was bothering them.
Yeah, and nothing happening here.
I didn't end up getting no more notes past that, because I was unfortunately a little too into the show, because obviously using up a cybernetic right off the rip and not taking any medication obviously fucked his cerebral system up. So
Yeah. Oh, we got to
we
pause.
say,
There you go. Nope.
we're going to call an ambulance. Are we good?
You got to wait for your audio to catch up. Your signal is low. Hang on. There you go.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have him in an ambulance, and she's like, "Oh, this is high tech shit." Then the person in the ambulance tries robbing him. Doesn't work. Of course, it doesn't work.
Of course.
I thought her like maneuvering the stretcher with him on it, dodging and weaving and bobbing through cars was. Ooh. These people who made this show knew what they wanted to do animation wise. They knew how they wanted it to go. They knew how badass it would look. And I really only have high hopes for the show beyond this. Now, I know it's got, unfortunately I didn't watch this when this came out, so I know some spoilers, but I don't know enough background to really give a shit. Because I know when it happens, it's gonna hurt my soul. No matter what, because I'm already invested in some of these characters, and it's only been 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's gonna hurt when it happens. So yeah, that's my little review of the first 2 episodes of Cyberpunk Edgerunners, and I am so excited for the rest of the series.
And like I said, weird part is that anything with cyberpunk you have to have a large library of media literacy to refer to, because like John Wick, you can write it off as a very popcorn thing, and it still is good. Even at surface level, it's still good. But once you start exploring into the themes and the dialogue behind it, it's so fucking interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, the more you pay attention, the more you realize that there's a lot more behind the scenes in how the city treats people like this than just a simple, oh, well, they're just some street rats doing street rat things. And that's where we're going to leave it, because it's more than that. It's people that are like, well, I got to make a living. I got to eat. I got to survive. I got bills to pay. I need a roof over my head. I enjoy 3 squares in a bed.
Shit, 1 square in a bed is good at that point.
Yeah, right. One last thing, because I know I see the timer and we're coming up to an hour and a half. One thing that happened this last week, and I was super excited for, we had the RGG Summit happen this week. They fucked up. RGG fucked up 2 weeks ago and put Yakuza Kiwami 3 on their website before it was even announced.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was up for a solid half hour, and then they're like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." They took the entire website down, and then the person who ran it, which is funny, it was Kiru's voice actor, was like, "So we fucked up. We made a mistake, and Yakuza Kiwami 3 was on the website. So yes, Yakuza Kiwami 3 has been announced. It's getting released in February. I have it on my wish list. I might play it because I didn't like 3.
Play it. You're gonna play it.
I'm gonna play it. I know. Okay, I know. All right. I 100%ed Kiwami 1 and 2. I tried 0. I got pissed off because apparently there's missable achievements, and just like playing that on Legend just sounds like an absolute pain in my ass.
I'm not doing
that. I'm gonna play 3. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get there. Okay. I 100%ed Like a Dragon. I 100%ed Infinite Wealth. Those were already big enough bitches in their own realms. So now we're gonna get to 3. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna give it a little bit of credit. I'm hoping it does better because I know they're using the Dragon engine, and it's gonna be so much better, playability wise. A lot easier on the eyes because, oh god, is 3 remastered and it's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about it. So seeing it in an updated engine and an updated style, it's going to be a little nicer on the eyes. And I hope this brings, for a game that has a big fan base, it for some reason is still niche.
Very niche. Yeah.
Yeah. It has.
Well, it's like Yakuza. Yakuza, for as big and popular as it is, still has a niche fan base. It's still talked about only in small circles for some fucking reason, but it sells gangbusters.
Oh yeah. Oh, it does. It does. Numbers. That is another form of media. Jesus Christ. Media literacy. That's a good example. Is the whole Yakuza storyline from 0 all the way up to
4. I think it is
6. No, 6.
I thought 4 was the official story end.
No. Actually, Gaiden is the official
Oh, I thought it was
Gaiden.
4.
No, Gaiden is the official story end, because you get Like a Dragon, and then you get Infinite Wealth, where that was supposed to be Kiru's end, but then they released fucking like a pirate, and that had an ending, and that I was like, dude.
What? Just call it already, goddamn.
Are we gonna send this mother? Well, I even said, I was like, the moment when RGG decides to give Kiru a send off, that better be the biggest cinematic experience to ever grace video game history. Give me that look all you want, but this man has been in so many spin-offs, has a whole game series dedicated to him.
I know.
And has such a the story has touched a lot of people's lives in a way that I don't think that they would have thought about it, because from an outsider perspective, it's a goofy Yakuza action thing. That's all it is.
It is.
It's a goofy action movie and that's all it is. But then when you start seeing the interactions he has with the people at Stardust or Haruka or Majima, you see all these interactions he has, and they span over these video games. You start to realize, like, wow, like this guy, no matter what, just keeps pushing on. Like he doesn't want to deal with this, but he knows that he has to, so everybody else around him can relax. And I will say this: if you haven't finished Gaiden, the man without a name, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played that. I beat that. I have never cried so hard over a video game in my life. For real.
Ooh,
I
wait until you finish
yeah.
Cyberpunk.
That's gonna take me a while. That's gonna.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the series. I'm talking about the game.
That's
Wait
what I
until you
mean.
finish the game. Even if you just main story it.
Look, okay. I understand that. I understand there might be a lot of things, but you're not gonna look me in my face, tell me that okay, we're gonna dive into more spoilers because I wanted to bring this.
Wrap it up. Come on.
I know. So at the end of Gaiden, the man without a name, it finishes off because Kiryu can no longer see his family. That was the deal he made with the government, saying, I will do what you guys need me to do. I will be an agent for you, but you can't. But like, you got to keep my family going. You got to keep the orphanage going. So they fake his death, and a guy puts a camera up on his grave because he's like, we had some motion by your grave, and we think you should see this. So he watches this tablet, and it's the two not main kids, but two kids coming up and being like, oh, if Uncle Kaz sees this, I'm going to tell you all about the things that we've done since you've been gone. And you're sitting here like, oh my God. Just fucking tears streaming down my face because it converting everybody to his cyberpunk cult. He's trying to, and so far I'm joining. I'm number one on the recruitment line. But just watching them talk about what they've done, and seeing.
Yeah, no, it's so fucking powerful, and it's something you did not expect from characters that didn't have a lot of time in the story. And
then you see that, and you're like, ow.
Yeah, you're like,
ow.
wait, these things I did in this fucking game mattered. That's ridiculous because that game really is very cartoony.
Oh, it is cartoony. The main story is good, but like the side missions they make you go on.
Yeah.
Oh, they're cartoony as a motherfucker. I mean, you have to fight men in diapers.
Yeah.
Come on now. How more cartoony could you get than that?
But on that, we're gonna end this stream, and we're gonna be talking about the new Silent Hill game next week. Ooh. And how a bunch of people are outing themselves on Twitter about it.
Ew, I've seen that. It's gross.
That's what we're gonna be talking about that next week, and we're also gonna have another Cyberpunk update for you from Gibby.
More than likely, I'll finish it by next week.
The game is not ass. It's just not Call of Duty, and that's why you don't like it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Come on, man! Don't need to be outing people like that. Don't need to be outing people like that here on stream. Next thing you know, we're gonna get a channel flag and
I know.
It's like, it's from Mustard. I knew it. He flagged all the channels.
He's gonna flag us for hate speech.
He's gonna spend his entire. That's how he's gonna spend his night. He's just being like, I'm gonna flag these motherfuckers down.
Hate speech. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Of course, also make sure to check out Dark Charm Media, where both Gibby and I are voice actors and writers in several of those series. Ooh. And we'll see you here next week, folks. Stay tuned.